Hey Pokefans, Alex here, and in the last episode we traversed all the way from Pastoria City following a goon that used a galactic bomb on the Great Marsh. Okay, we made it to Celestic Town, we stopped another goon from blowing up Celestic Town, but then this old man came and he had a problem with the mythology, so he's challenging us to a battle, and I'm feeling extremely antsy, so heck yeah, we're gonna accept Cyrus. I know you, trainer. We've met at Mount Coronet. Why would you want to protect this incomplete world? As the boss of Team Galactic, I will show you the error of your ways. The boss of Team Galactic. Ladies and gentlemen, big reveal, Galactic Boss Cyrus. All three of his Pokemon are going to be extremely fast, so you want to hit them hard, hit them fast. Thankfully, Fire is super effective against the Ice-type Sneasel. Okay, Ice and Dark. Not even gonna give him a chance to respond. Fire Blast all the way. One hit knockout. Okay, he's gonna send out Murkrow, which is actually his ace Pokemon. I think for Murkrow, Turtwin and Sharpie unfortunately are weak to flying types, so we're gonna send out I think this is our ace as well. Now, how do I know that this is his ace? Well, we'll find out in just a second. Murkrow is dark flying. It is what we call in the community a glass cannon. That means it is incredibly good with attack, special attack. It can be either one, and its speed is something to be reveled at. However, its defense and special defense are pretty poor, so if you can hit it hard enough, it will go down. Here's an example of what I'm talking about. Drill Peck. Okay, so used a Citrus Berry, which is how I know it was his ace. Let's see if this takes it out. There we go. 2 down, 1 to go, and his third Pokemon is actually going to be a Golbat. So I'm going to keep Crobat in there. I forgot if I told the whole "who's your daddy" joke before or not. I actually had to re-record this episode because the audio sound, I didn't preview it before recording 40 minutes of video. Okay, did halfway, a little over halfway, I would say. You know, Air Cutter's dangerous because high critical hit ratio. Seemed like just yesterday we had a Golbat. Respect. I mean, all the Galactic Commanders had a Golbat, right? Impressive, your prowess is notable. We got almost $13,000 from that fight. Remarkable. But Elder, your attitude told me what I needed to know. If the beings of time and space are brought together, they can't be stopped. Such a strange man, spouting such nonsense. The time and space of Sinnoh are filled with the memories and thoughts of countless people and Pokemon. This is a wonderful world. What need is there to change it? Oh yes, I found something useful. You should take this. It belonged to my granddaughter, but she doesn't use it anymore. And we finally got HM03 Surf. Okay, so, you've seen all of the water in Sinnoh, you've seen all of the water types. Clearly we're gonna have much to explore with the water, so I was thinking about breaking this episode up into a couple parts. Oh, and we're greeted by Cynthia herself. Was everything alright here? You saw those strange people with the Galactic Bomb, didn't you? But those Team Galactic people, I thought they were harmless. The bizarre ways they dress and all their wild claims about making a new universe, I thought it was all just silly talk. Nothing to take seriously. But they're surprisingly more trouble than expected. Trying to monopolize Pokemon just isn't acceptable. By the way, were the ruins fun to explore? If you're interested, there is a library in Canalave City. It's stocked with ancient books. You should look up Sinnoh history there. It might help you complete your Pokedex, too. The quickest way to Canalave City is to go west from Jubilife City. Now, Canalave City is going to be the last stop on our journey, believe it or not, because first, we have to catch a water type. Remember all those instances where I kept telling you to catch a water type? Well, chicken's coming home to roost now. I don't think I ever went over the fishing dynamic. Just works the same way as in other generations. You throw the rod out. As soon as you see the red exclamation point, there's going to be a period of time where you have to click A, otherwise the Pokemon will have escaped. And that amount of time increases for old rods because it's not that good. For good rods, you have to click it faster, and for super rods, which we'll encounter eventually, you have to click it lickety-split. Now, I don't think Magikarp can learn Surf, but there is one Pokemon in particular that I'm looking for. Let's just hope that we encounter it. Nope. Darn, okay. That's okay. So on our little journey across Sinnoh, we're going to kind of explore all the areas with water, including some of the dungeons that we didn't really visit because we couldn't explore them in their entirety. It's tempting to go to the lake, right? Unfortunately, the water level in the lake isn't high enough to where you can surf, so it's useless to go there. So we're going to start off by going to Sandgem Town. Alright, now I'm going to go inside and heal as well as stock up on some max repels. Alright, I'm back. Did you know that I have 140,000 Pokédollars? Like, that's just honestly ridiculous. What am I supposed to do with all that money? Like, I'm not trying to complain, but people always say, what are you going to do with $1 million? I don't want $1 million. Most people would abuse it. And I feel like I would have like fiscal responsibility to invest it, donate to charities, and I'm not saying that stuff is bad, but I feel like there would be so much pressure. I couldn't take it. Okay, really? Magikarp? I'm using the good rod, right? I promise there are other Pokemon that you can fish, but let me just confirm that I am indeed using the good rod. Okay. Come on. Literally anything else. Anything else is acceptable. There we go. Finneon. Water butterfly. I'm not even gonna lower it. Nope. That's not how this works. Netballs work on water and bug types, so maybe this will capture it in one go. There we go. Now, we are not adding this to our team. I don't see Finneon as playable. However, I will read the Pokedex entry. It is the wingfish Pokemon. It doesn't have a footprint, but it is 1 foot tall and about 15 pounds. The line running down its side can store sunlight. It shines vividly at night. Alright, here we go. So, now that we have a water type, we can actually teach Surf, and since we beat Crasher Wake, we can use it in the field. Surf is probably one of the most useful HM moves in the game because it is also battleable. Like Surf, I believe, does 95 damage. It's kind of like Thunderbolt and Flamethrower in that regard. With 100% accuracy. I mean, you just can't turn down this water move. And very few Pokemon learn it by leveling up. Okay, so now comes the annoying part, because we're going to experience a lot of trainers, and we've experienced like almost every single water type in Sinnoh. I said almost. There are a couple that we have not experienced, so I will try to do my best to show those battles, or I'll show a battle if it's interesting, but other than that, I don't know what else to do here, so let's just dive right in. I love my inflatable tube, so I admire jellyfish Pokemon. Jellyfish, jellyfish, jellyfish. I can't swim without my inflatable tube, but my Pokemon might be strong. They just had a couple of Merrills, a couple of Shelloses, but that battle still took a really long time. I have to get used to the fact that, for some reason, I can no longer speed up battles on my emulator. Swimming is a workout for your entire body. Jump in and swim. Swim, you! 3 Goldines and a Sea King. And for some reason, I'm encountering a Pokemon, and that is because it is higher level than my Houndoom. It is Tentacruel, the evolved form of Tentacool. These guys are actually worth catching and putting them in a playthrough. Like, I'm not gonna lie. They're extremely well known for their special defense. But their special attack stat is no joke. Water poison, it's a jellyfish, that typing actually makes sense. And already knowing Poison Jab, I could easily just catch this thing and make it a part of my team, but unfortunately I already have the water type picked out. Man, it knows some good moves. It's also really fast. So again, if you're still on the fence about a water type, I know I've talked bad about so many of the water types. This one's decent. Get this one. And the fact that it's water poison means that I'm gonna have an even tougher time against it. I'm pretty sure it can learn ice-type moves as well. Oh, goodness. This is gonna be a little embarrassing, isn't it? Especially when I should have just used Earthquake. Whatever. Alright. We might encounter a trainer with a Tentacool, so I want to show you that as well. But yeah, pretty decent. Not gonna complain about the experience, but what I will complain about is this swimmer who says that the human body floats more easily in the sea, so it's easy to swim. Alright, just had a Finneon. What she was saying though was factually correct. The human body is mostly made up of water, which has a density of about 1 gram per cubic centimeter, or I guess 1 gram per milliliter. And salt, since salt is dissolved in the water, the density is actually a little higher. One battle strategy that I did think about for Heracross, since it has guts, is just to purposefully poison it, and then always just keep healing it up and keep battling it. Okay, this is the splash plate, so I'll read it since it's one of the 17. 2 make matter, and 3 make spirit, shaping the world. What do you think that refers to? So remember the ruins back in Celestic Town at the very beginning of the episode kind of talked about, you know, the trio, and then there was something in between. Well, it's basically saying that the 3 lake Pokemon, which we haven't really encountered yet, but the 3 lake Pokemon together can stop either Dialga or Palkia, but not both. So keep that in mind. This maze is kind of annoying, but nothing compared to the annoyance in Pokemon Emerald with Dewford City all the way across the whole ocean. Remoraid, I don't know if I covered Remoraid or not, but it can evolve to either make an Octillery, the octopus, as well as a Mantine, which we'll get into a little bit later. We're not going to see a Mantine on this route, but we'll see it eventually. Oh, speak of the devil, here's Octillery. I love that sound effect. A bomb! We'll hear it again whenever I make it faint. And it has its own special move, Octazooka. I just think that's so cool. I've played through with an Octillery before. It's not great, but it is manageable. Alright, and here's a Tentacool. I did promise to show you a Tentacool. It's actually really cool. I suspect the red blobs are a form of camouflage. Yeah. Okay. Alrighty, so now we get onto this. I'm assuming it's like a sandy beach portion. Very shallow waters right here. And we got a Carbos, which is a vitamin that increases, I believe, speed. I just have to make sure that I'm covering everywhere so I don't have to backtrack. Here's the only trainer on Route 221, and I believe there's a reason that I'm going to show you this battle. It is because in the Pastoria gym, I battled a Golduck, and I never showed it to you, and I just said I'd show you later. Well, you've been waiting how many episodes? Episode 20, and finally your dreams are about to come true because I am showing you a Golduck battle. Your life is basically complete right now. You can probably die happy, right? Alright, flinch for me. No. Golduck is fine. The only problem with Golduck is its typing. It's just a water type, which means no other moves really do stab. And the variety of moves is also not the best from what I remember. It can know a lot of psychic moves, right? The Psyduck, it's the evolved form of Psyduck, like clutching their heads. So it can learn things like Zen Headbutt. Alright. We're actually making decent time here. Kind of impressed. Let's see. Now, I'm pretty sure that I battled you, but I'm gonna make sure. No, I'm certain I battled them. Okay. I just love that sound effect. Is that enough for me to keep Finneon on my team? Unfortunately not. Okay, get your breathing in order. Okay, you're ready to go. Pelipper. Let's see if we get an interesting battle with Pelipper. Pelipper knows Water Pulse, as well as some really annoying moves like Stockpile. And, more importantly, Protect. How does it know a Dark-type move? How does it know Payback? How does Bidoof know Thunder? Whatever this does, it does twice as much damage since I'm attacking it second. So you've got to respect that. Gastrodon, alright. You don't see Gastrodon every day. I also love this sound effect as well. Listen for it. I don't know. Yeah, so this evolves from Shellos. So I'm sure you can predict, based on which Shellos you get, you'll get a different looking Gastrodon, depending on whether Shellos is caught east or west of Mount Coronet. I let my momentum falter. Oh, thanks for wearing off at that exact moment. Okay. Yeah, I'm a little annoyed that I have to re-record this episode, but also I feel like it's going more smoothly than the last one anyway, just in terms of like me knowing what battles to show, which ones not to show, what to talk about. That's good. Sometimes you gotta put in a lot of extra work so your videos look good. Come on. Yes! Alright. You could have just done that as 2 single battles. In fact, most double battles you can manipulate to just talk to them individually. I bought a new bikini. It's this year's newest model. Oh right, she's the bikini lady. Yep, I'm calling her Bikini Lady. Alright, Revive, revive, revive! To answer your question, yes, we are almost on the mainland. We just have a couple more trainers. There might be one that I was neglecting back here, I think. Yep, her. Alright, come on. I need the experience. May not look it now, but I'm a star. I'm always with my Pokemon. I liked Swimmer Caitlin. Had a Buizel, Seaking, and a Medicham. Only one out here without all water types. Now I didn't really explain something, so I might as well explain it while battling this guy. The Pokemon you can encounter while surfing without the repel, like on the surface, okay, are gonna be mostly Tentacools and Tentacruels, I think occasionally a Pelipper. There are probably others that I'm forgetting about, but that's probably good enough. And then obviously if you want rarer Pokemon, you have to sink your line underneath the sea. I'm sure that makes sense. A lot of creepy things are down there in the depths of the ocean. Not that all these guys are creepy, but you catch what I'm trying to say. Man, I just love the recovery moves. I know it's a double standard, right? If someone uses a recovery move against me, I don't love it, but I can at least respect it. Yeah, you're already faster than me. That did nothing. Now remember when we lost to the Float Cell against Crasher Wake? Because I do. Time for some payback. I think it should know Ice Fang. Although usually with these NPCs, the AI just keeps the last 4 moves. Like, it doesn't continuously say, oh, I don't want to delete this move, oh, I don't want to delete this move, because it's good. Okay. Yes, obviously you're going to want to battle me too. You know what? Only to make battles go faster for my sake, I'm going to start switching out. And you know what I'm going to do as well? Houndoom is almost to that point where it's running out of bites, so I'm going to teach it a new move. I'm going to teach it Shadow Ball. Shadow Ball is a Ghost-type move, does 80 damage, and for a Dark-type Pokemon, it's actually fairly decent. And I'm going to remove Odor Sleuth. There's no reason to have that on anybody's team ever in your life. It just identifies ghost types. Okay, so, you know what? Since I did that, let's try this. Let's try it out. I like fishing, no question, but battling, that's what I love. Fisherman Corey had 3 Finneons. I don't like Fisherman Corey. Now, if you're wondering which does more damage, the Shadow Ball or Bite, that's actually a really good question, as Bite normally does 60 damage, but with Stab, that would be increased 1.5 times to 90. Shadow Ball does 80, it's not Stab, however, the special attack, the special attack of Houndoom certainly outweighs its attack. I mean, just look at it. Look at that thing, 90 versus 70. I mean, there's just no question there. So I'm gonna go ahead and claim that Shadow Ball does more damage. Now this house is interesting. He's going to name a number between 1 and 100, and if you show him a Pokemon that is exactly level 27, which I do not currently have, but I'm sure it's pretty easy to just train it up to level 27, these are the items you can win from him. They're all really good items. You can kind of read what they do on your own. But yeah, the Pokemon that you can encounter in the grassy area, oh shoot, a lot of Float Cells. I would almost say mostly Float Cells. Who else? I guess I'll figure it out while I'm battling this guy. Alright, Togetic is the evolved form of the egg Pokemon that Cynthia gave us, Togepi. So, bye Felicia. You're toast. What? It survived a Stab Fire Blast from a special attacker. I'm impressed. Its special defense must be through the roof. That's an example of where you have to know whether a Pokemon has high special defense or high defense. Alright, and if you want to evolve Togetic, all you need is a Shiny Stone, and we got that from the bog right outside of Pastoria City. Now, this building is kind of the whole reason that we trekked up to Route 221. It's called Powell Park. You need a Game Boy Advance game inside your DS, which we can't really utilize or take advantage of, but we'll return here in the post-game. Hi, Ace Trainer. Staraptor! I think that's how it sounds in the anime. Oh, you can lower my attack all you want. I'm not going to be using attacks on you. Whoa. Yeah, Staraptor is the final evolution of Starly to Staravia to Staraptor. It knows a lot of really powerful moves. And as far as bird-type Pokemon, it's one of the best in this generation. Unfortunately, it has a really bad... I don't know what I'm saying. Bad defense? Okay, I guess Girafarig is normal Psychic for my Ghost-type move to not affect it, so we're gonna send in the big guns. Let's see. Alright, now the Pokemon that you can get from this route is actually a Girafarig, which is kind of explains why the Ace Trainer has it, Floatzel, Roselia, and Sudowoodo. Yeah, everyone's burning with jealousy. Okay, Okay. Now this is the TM for X-Scissor. X-Scissor does 80 damage as well. It's a bug-type move, and it's physical. So you know what? I think it's time to teach that to Heracross. Yeah, I'm serious. We're learning... Oh, Heracross can't learn it. That's right. I did the same thing the last time I recorded this, too. I fell for that. Woe is me. Alright, that Ace Trainer had a Cherim, just like Gardenia had, and a Azumarill, and a Lopunny. We haven't seen Lopunny before, but I'll show you on a different route. I have a trainer in mind. Torterra tried learning Synthesis. It is a move that heals up your Pokemon a little bit. The exact amount that it heals up depends depending on the weather. It's kind of a loose cannon. I could just give it potions and whatnot, and I already have a recovery move that does damage at the same time. Now, since that repel wore off, that's kind of a sign that I should end the episode here. This was part 1 of us exploring, going back through Sinnoh and looking at all the areas we can now traverse with Surf. The next episode, we'll continue on our journey and hopefully make it to Canalave City. See you there. Have a great rest of your day.